Jazz, what kind of jumping spider is that?
This is a regal jumping spider, or Fidipidus regius.
Perfect.
Fidipidus regius. Yeah, I know it. This one is a male. You can tell because he is black with the white, and he has green on the things I can't pronounce. Chelicerae. They also have those really big, long front arms that they use during mating.
Those are called pedipalps.
They wave it around to try and woo the females and do a little dance. They're so cute.
Will you show us how to pick him up?
So you're going to kind of go from behind and just kind of guide them towards where you want them to go very softly. These guys are pretty fragile and small. They're really fast and they jump. That's why they're called jumping spiders. So you want to be really aware of where they're going. You want to watch them and see. All that quick movement scares them. So you want to move very slowly. Okay, where are we going?
How long do they live?
These guys live 1 to 2 years, so not a super long time, but they're great for a low commitment pet. If you are maybe afraid of insects or afraid of spiders and you want to try something out, these guys are awesome because they're really cute, they stay small, they don't have a super painful bite. It's gonna, if they do bite you, it's gonna feel like a mosquito bite. But it's very rare that they do bite. They would rather just run away and jump like that.
On cue.
So they're really great low commitment animals for someone who maybe wants to try out keeping insects for the first time.
This one's also a regal jumping spider, but this one's a female. You can tell because she is this pretty brown color. The females come in brown, tan, and orange colors. They are really prolific. The females can lay an egg sac with up to 200 eggs at a time, and they only need to breed once, and they can carry that sperm for up to a year. And
So she'll continue to have egg sacs, right?
yeah, have multiple egg sacs. They're pretty friendly. They, well, once you tame them a little bit, not right now, but they can eventually learn to recognize faces, so they can remember who you are.
All right, Elisa, so how do you take care of a jumping spider?
Recommend something at least this size. This is a 4x4 by 8 inches, and it's an arboreal, which means it's tall. These guys like to build their webs up high like that. These ones are nice because they have a front opening door, so you don't have to break their web every time you open it.
What do they eat?
They eat bugs, so they eat crickets. They can also eat small roaches, mealworms, things like that. I would never feed them things that you find outside because there's always a chance of pesticides, which will kill the spider.
How often would you feed it?
They only need to eat 2 to 3 times a week. So super easy. And also super cheap to feed. That's like less than $1 a week. And they aim for about 30% humidity in their cage. You can do that by spraying the soil with a water bottle. We like to keep one side humid, one side more dry. They can choose what they need.
Can you tell me a little bit about the molting process?
Yeah, so they will molt a few times in their life. They do this because they're growing and they outgrow their exoskeleton. So they basically shed their exoskeleton. And you need to be really careful with them when they're in this stage.
Why is that?
Their exoskeleton is really fragile in that stage. So we don't recommend feeding them within about a week of their molt because sometimes their food can bite them. And yeah.
That's perfect. Awesome.
What else?
We highly recommend jumping spiders.
They're so fun, they're so smart, and so cute.